Welcome back to another rebuild. This time it'll be the Houston Texans, the worst rated team at this point in time in this roster update, including all trades and transfers up to the 1st of April. Today is the 4th of April, so anything happening in between will not be in the save file. Let me just show you the career settings quickly. I've set the game to all pro and simulation. I will be quickly moving through here for you to see. The minimum roster size has been turned off, so I can move freely. I have set the quarter length for 3 minutes if I do intend to jump into games. I have automated everything that I will not be taking care of since I'm simming a lot of the season, and I've turned off all of the tutorials and the field roster, obviously. This is Madden 22, meaning that the game starts at the beginning of the 2021 season. You can see the overalls here. It's offense 76, defense 73, overall 74. This is the worst team rating at this point in time. I will be simming the full season up to the 2021 off season to represent the current real life point in time, being April 2022. It is the 2021 off season. I've simulated the full 2021 season. We have arrived here. We're basically in April 2022. You can see the overalls have slightly gone up due to player upgrades. We have a considerable salary cap with $143 million. Current roster count is 49 out of 75 players. Taking a look at the offensive line, we can see that we have a few cornerstone players that we can build the team around. We've got Miles Mack, we've got Brandon Cooks, we've got Tunsil and Jordan over there. But there's a lot of players that we really need to either replace or just keep them as band-aids. Especially left guard, center, right guard and right tackle are positions where we really need to do something. Low 70s, even a high 60 in there. We can't really work with that. I like the Janovich being our fullback. Wide receiver core is okay with Collins, but the follow-up wide receivers are simply not up to scratch. Our quarterback is Davis Mills and Kyle Allen and Fairbairn down here. This is a situation that we really need to change quickly. I have something in mind. I hope that works out for us. This will be the only trade I will be doing in this off season. Then I will be heading straight to the draft. On defense, things are looking pretty much the same. We have a few cornerstone players with Greenard and King the second that we could work around. We've got players in their 70s with Okoronkwo and Blake Cashman that has joined from the New York Jets. We've got Grugier Hill and Hewitt at left and right outside linebacker. We've got the strong safety Johnson Jr. at 73, Owen 69, so this is not great. We've got free safety Yadom and Thomas also in the 70s. We've got the right edge and left edge are okay, I would say. D-tackle is definitely a position that we need to switch up, and the corners are okay for the moment. We've got King the second is a star dev, that's very good, but we've got Moreland over here with a 75 and a standard dev trait, and then going down it's just a pretty small roster. You can see instantly that it's all backfillers here. Taking a look at the player negotiations, please bear in mind that we have simmed 1 full year. I gave contract extensions to basically everybody, including Marlon Mack, Andy Janovich, Ogbonia Okoronkwo. Camus Grugier-Hill declined my offer. I was a bit surprised by that. I will not be franchise tagging him. That would be crazily expensive. I've re-signed Isaac Yadom, Royce Freeman, Deshaun Hamilton, DeMarcus Walker, Neville Hewitt, MJ Stewart Jr., Kyle Allen, Davion Davis, and Jimmy Morrissey. I have not re-signed David Steinmetz. This is the one deal that I have permitted myself to do this off-season. I'm sending 3 draft picks to the Browns. I'm receiving quarterback Baker Mayfield. This is the retribution trade, getting him out of the Browns behind Deshaun Watson, who left the Texans for the Browns this trade window. So we will be building this rebuild around Baker Mayfield at the Texans. Let's take a quick look at our picks from the 2022 draft. First round we went for Kenyon Green, who is a right guard from Texas. He is a hidden depth trade. He's 74 rated. He excels in strength. That's very important for us, and everything else will be developing over the next few months, obviously, but that was a major reason for picking him in the first round. Second round pick is Lewis Sign, free safety, 78 overall rated. I like that a lot. What convinced me was his speed and acceleration. That's important. Everything else we will be developing, obviously, but we did not have a free safety, so that was something that we definitely needed. Third pick was Jeremy Ruckert, tight end, out of Ohio State, 71 overall. Again, I was looking at the speed. It's not as spectacular as with the other players, but mind you, this was towards the end of the draft, so not a lot on the board. Fourth round pick was Logan Bruss, a left guard, hidden depth trade. Very happy with that. He's from Wisconsin, 22 years old. He's got great strength. He's got pass block finesse, and impact blocking. That's always helpful. He's pretty stable regarding injuries. I mean, look at that, 97, that's great. High stamina. Looking forward to using him. And my 7th round pick is Khalil Shakir, a wide receiver, 66 overall, 21-year-old out of Boise State. His ratings aren't impressive, but what's great is his speed, his acceleration, and agility. That's fantastic. Change of direction. So, you know, a lot of that important for a wide receiver. Let's see if we can't get him to improve. I'm definitely going to be using him in my wide receiver core. So this is the lineup as it is now after this one marquee trade for Baker Mayfield, getting him out of the Browns. I've always liked him in a passive way, but let's see if we can get him to lead the Texans to a Super Bowl victory within his active time. Looking at the offensive line, I am really tempted to put Russ up here. I simply want to see what his depth trade is, so he should be improving quicker, and Howard is only 5 points ahead. Looking at the right guard position, I've got Kenyon Green here as a starter. He's a scheme fit, also hidden depth trade, so we should see what he is soon. I will not be addressing sharping right now and Brett, but these will be my go-to changes at the next off-season, maybe even mid-season. I do want to keep it as realistic as possible. Defense is this what it's looking like. It's definitely in need of changes, especially looking at the outside linebacker positions. D tackles, I'm not too crazy about those as well, so we will have to do something here. As you can see, here's the free safety sign. He slotted straight into the team at 78. I'm very happy at that overall. And going back to offense, I will just check. Here's Shakir. He's the drafted wide receiver, and I will be dragging him up a bit in the pecking order because he simply is pretty fast. So he's the wide receiver straight behind Brandon Cooks. and we should see some playtime for him. We are starting the 2022 season, the first real season at the Houston Texans rebuild right now. We will be kicking off the preseason against the Washington football team, now aptly named the Washington Commanders. And I will be simming to mid-season and see where the Texans end up. At the 2022 mid-season point, the Texans are 4-3. Actually better than I expected them to be, given their team ratings. I have upgraded the players, and we will be heading towards the playoffs now. It's the end of the 2022 season. The Texans did not make the playoffs. Despite their overalls going up a bit, they improved a bit. Let's take a look at the schedule here, and the results that we had. It was a 10-7. So we started out with a win against the Titans, got a field goal in that, 2 losses against the Colts and Chiefs, a win against the football team, loss against the Jaguars, then a win against the Giants, a win against the Chargers, a loss against the Browns. That must have hurt. I would have hoped for a clear win here, but it was a close-cut affair anyhow. A loss against the Broncos, win against the Raiders, bye week, then loss against the Cowboys, win against the Patriots, win against the Bears, against the Eagles and Jaguars, then a loss against the Colts, and a win against the Titans. So we lost once to the Jaguars and then beat them, but we lost against the Browns. This is something that Baker Mayfield will surely remember in his retribution arc to make the Cleveland Browns really miss him. Nevertheless, let's head back, upgrade the players, and then we're off to off-season. Player negotiations have finished. I was not able to re-sign Brandon Cooks. I did re-sign Desmond King, DJ Wonnum, Baker Mayfield on a massive deal over the next 7 years, but this is his retribution arc, so I have to keep him. We've got Malik Collins re-signed, Blake Cashman re-signed, Titus Howard did not accept our offer. I will not be re-signing Christian Kirksey, he's 31.72, just not worth it. Max Sharping I did re-sign, he's 27, he's a good backup player. Justin Britt, I will not be giving an offer, 32.71, not an option. Kevin Bigby is 22 at 62 overall. I'm still a bit on the fence on that, but he's very cheap, so I might just keep him on as a utility player. No offer for Kevin Pierre-Louis, he left outside linebacker, 66 overall, age 31, and Reggie Robinson, 26 and 68 cornerback. He is fast, but I don't think that he will be improving that much, and I can get better free agents. Free agent offers 2022. Let's take a quick look. I've made a bid for Logan Wilson. Currently I'm the only one for right outside linebacker. He would be a massive improvement. We only have Wallow there with a 68 overall. Bringing in Brandon Ayuk, wide receiver, 25 years old. I would really like to get him in. I've got a punter, Matt Areza, superstar dev. He's from the draft class. I'm slightly overpaying on a punter here, I'm aware of that, but he's 22 years old, superstar right now, and you know, having a good punter is always important. Second strong safety, Kari Willis, 27 years old, 81 overall, lowballing a bit, but we only have Carr with a 59 overall. That's no way to head into the season. Our kicker, Cade York, offer out as well. Again, 7 years, pretty big deal, but he would be a massive improvement over Fairbairn here, who's 29, 74 overall, and has a superstar dev. Cornerback Rasul Douglas, 78 and 28 years old. He's sort of a complement to King and Yadom there. Nothing crazy, but definitely another addition to the cornerback core. Wide receiver Quintus Cephas, 25 years old, 77, the deep threat. Again, I would like to spread it out a bit and be settled for the next 7 years contract-wise. Joshua Palmer, another wide receiver, 23.77 overall, a bit cheaper. Yusuf Corker, 22-year-old free safety, 73 overall. He's a backup for Sign, same age, obviously lower rated, but that doesn't matter. I just want to have some depth. Left outside linebacker John Radigan, 24 years old, 73 overall. He would be my starter instead of Hewitt. I think that he's a good option for the future. At the moment he's a bit low, but we need to keep our cap space in consideration. Evan Brown as a center, I'm a bit on the fence on that one. You can see I'm number 2 there. He is a slight improvement over Morrissey, but I was thinking of maybe heading into the trades with other teams because that might be more successful. Right guard, Ulizameka Udo, 26 years old, 71 overall, scheme fit, that's why I picked him. I think he would be a good backup for Kenyon Green, who has a star dev and is 83 at age 22. Right edge, McTelvin Ajim, 25 years old, 71 overall. Again, a backup needed for Okoronkwo, who I'm happy with for the moment. And finally, Sam Tevi, left tackle, 28.70 overall, also just a backup for Tunsil here. Looking down here, we can see that we have a lot of contracts that have been accepted. We have gotten a strong safety, a right outside linebacker, a wide receiver, a center, a right guard, a free safety, a punter, a kicker, and another wide receiver. Let's just do a quick check. Maybe I need to restructure some offers. Free agency week 3, 3 contracts accepted. We've got left tackle Tevi, right edge Ajim, and wide receiver Palmer. Going into the draft, this is what the squad looks like after the free season. We've got the left tackle Tunsil here with a backup. We've got the left guard Bruss here with a not so good backup. We've got the center Brown with the Morrissey as a backup. I maybe will be doing something here if we cannot draft someone that is an improvement over Brown. I've got Kenyon Green at right guard and Udo as a backup. Sharping still here with Heck as his backup on right tackle. Not even the lowest rated one on the O-line. Tight end is Jordan with backup Ruckert, so he's a normal dev. The wide receiver core, we've got Ayuk, we've got Quintus Cephas, Hamilton down here, and over here we've got Collins, Palmer, and Shakir, who we drafted last season, who's still not over a 69. Let's hope that he gets better, otherwise he will be dropping out. Fullback still Janovich. The running backs are Marlon Mack and Freeman and Ely. And Baker Mayfield still our quarterback. He will be the franchise quarterback heading into the rebuild. On defense, we have a massive improvement at left outside linebacker position. We still have Blake Cashman at mid linebacker. Line is free safety. We've got Willis at strong safety. That's an improvement. The cornerbacks are working, but we can still improve those a bit because we have 2 pretty stable cornerbacks as starters, but then it gets bad pretty quickly with 60 rated backups. Right edge is Okoronkwo, and the backup we've got Collins at D tackle, Blacklock also D tackle, and Greenard at the left edge. So I'm actually okay with this defense. I need to do something at right outside linebacker. We cannot move ahead like this. And the same goes for the cornerback. We need to improve the backups here. Taking a quick look at our draft recap, we signed Martin Pierman, left outside linebacker from FAU in our second round. He's a hidden dev trait. That was a welcome surprise. He's 21 years old, and I think he will be slotting straight into the squad. His speed and acceleration are really great, Everything else will have to improve. Let's just hope that he has a good development trait. When we head out looking at our 5th, 6th and 7th rounders, 5th rounder was a cornerback. We needed backup at that position. 66 rated normal dev rookie. He's got great speed, great acceleration, great agility, so these were all pros. Everything else is not so greatly developed, of course, so we will be working on that. A left tackle, Enrique Talbot, with a hidden dev trait, happy about that. From Clemson, 22 years old. Again, a lot of strength, great lead block, great impact blocking, and pretty good stamina, so we will be able to build on that. And then we've got Quindarius Kelly, 61 rated, 23-year-old rookie from Ohio State. His ratings are nothing special. Remind you that it's a 7th round pick. Strength is okay, impact blocking is okay, and apart from that, we will have to develop him, of course. We have made a trade at the beginning of the season. We're sending our center Brown to the Falcons and receiving Dalman. He's 24 years old, so that's 7 years younger, pretty much the same overall, so maybe future center, let's see. Also a reduction in salary cap, which is always good. Right, second deal is done. We are sending our right tackle Sharping and a 4th round pick to the Seahawks and receiving left tackle Lucas. So as you can see, Lucas is slotting straight into the right tackle position. I switched his position from left tackle to right tackle, so now we've got an improvement there. He is way younger, he's 24 years old. He's got a normal dev, but it's an improvement straight away, numbers wise, so I'm pretty happy with that. As the centers go, I'm confident that Drew Dalman is as good as it gets for the moment. Looking at his stats, he's strong, he's got a good lead block, good impact blocking, so he should provide coverage for our quarterback. Third deal done. We are sending Connor Bruton, 2nd round, 7th round pick this year, to the Falcons, and we are receiving Trent McDuffie, a star dev cornerback. It's the mid-season point. Up to now we are 2-4. We have recorded 4 losses and 2 wins. We've lost against the Panthers, Cardinals, against the Steelers and the Raiders. We could win against the Ravens and the Buccaneers. That's great. Then it's bye week, and then a lot of other games ahead of us. Again, I will be looking at the Browns game especially. Let's hope that Baker and Mayfield can let the Browns feel what they lost. At the end of the 2023 season, the Texans are 7-10, 2nd in the AFC South. We did not make the playoffs this year, no big surprise there, but I did have a few surprises looking at the stats and awards. Baker Mayfield is the 2nd in passing yards this season behind Patrick Mahomes. That's fantastic. Marlon Mack did not perform well on the rushing side. Quintus Cephas was our best receiver, 15th in the NFL. So overall, I do think that we have the right quarterback in position, especially when it comes to passing yards. However, we should look at our rush game. There might be some actions needed there. Player negotiations are completed for now. I will not be re-signing Laramie Tunsil. 30 years, 93 overall. Looks tempting, but he's very expensive. I might be getting him cheaper in free agency. I have re-signed Jonathan Greenard. I have re-signed Ross Blacklock. And I have not re-signed Nate Evans, mid linebacker, 26-69. Charlie Heck, 27-69. Trey Watson, Neville Hewitt, and Scotty Phillips. I can get better free agents, cheaper, so I will be letting them go, clearing cap space that way. Quick recap of the free agent offers this year round. I'm giving an offer for Elijah Mitchell. He's a halfback, 94 rated, would be an improvement over Marlon Mack. I need to get the rushing game better. Second offer is left tackle Rashawn Slater, 92 silver star, 25 years old. That's a huge deal, I'm aware of that, but he would be a great improvement and an investment for the future. D tackle Michael Pierce, Band-Aid for 2 years. And left outside linebacker Terrell Lewis, a long-term deal as a backup for Pearman. Free agency day 2, we've got 4 contracts accepted. We got the halfback, the left outside linebacker, the D tackle, and the left tackle. Heading into the draft, this is what the team looks like. We've got a pretty good offensive line. I'm happy with the Rashawn Slater, with Bruss and Green, Lucas here, and Jordan, our tight end. The wide receiver core is looking solid with Ayuk, our star receiver, and then a lot of good depth back here. We were able to sign Elijah Mitchell as our halfback, so I might be trading Marlon Mack for another needed position, maybe a better center. That's still in my focus. Baker Mayfield doing great. Looking at defense, I might be looking for an improvement at strong safety maybe, or at D tackle. However, I'm happy as is, and our left outside linebacker Pearman is a star dev, so he will be going up. I'm very happy with that. And Logan Wilson got a superstar X Factor. That is fantastic. He is 28 years old. He's only going to go up for the next 2 years for sure. Then we will have to see what we do with them. Alright, a trade that's making me pretty happy is I've sent Marlon Mack, who just wasn't getting it done for the Texans, to the Jaguars. We are receiving Nate McDonald, the star dev center, with a 79 overall. This is great. I'm looking forward to having a better center protecting Baker Mayfield. Midway into the season, we are 3-4. After recording week 1 win against the Vikings, 2 losses against the Titans and the Cowboys, then a win against the Bills, loss against the Jaguars, win against the Lions, loss against the Colts. We'll be playing the Titans, the Dolphins, then we've got a bye week, Jaguars, Patriots, Colts, Jets, Broncos, Bears, Ravens and Packers. This year no Browns. Looking at the squad, we've got an injury for Elijah Mitchell. This is not good, but he's only out for 1 more week, so he should be back pretty soon. Also looks like we're having an injury problem with our tight end Jordan over here, so it's Rucker taking over. He's 77 overall, so that's not too bad. Overall, looking good. On the defensive side, any changes? Nothing noteworthy. So here we are at the end of the season. It was an 8-9 season. We can't seem to get above 8 wins at the moment. Good victories, great wins, then bad losses mixed with a win next week, and the following week a loss again, win, loss, loss, win. Bye week, then 2 nice wins, but a pretty close one here, then a loss against the Colts, loss against the Jets, win against the Broncos, loss against the Bears, win, loss. So it's not really very stable what the Texans are producing at the moment. I think I will be ending this episode here and heading into the 2024 off season. In the next episode we will try and rebuild and reach the Super Bowl in the 2025 season. Let's see how long it takes. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you next time. And as always, if you liked it, please like and subscribe. This helps the channel.